Bella ragazzi, appena finito Reveal and Stuff e quindi tocca ricaricare la reaction su YouTube. Non dirò niente nel caso non vogliate spoiler, però sappiate che mi trovate per le pool domani sempre qui su YouTube come primissime pool e poi domani pomeriggio sempre sul sito Viola Magico, per cui mi raccomando vi aspetto lì. È durata tanto la velocità per 2 sto giro? Oddio. Minchia, secondo me c'era la velocità per 2 fissa. Oddio, chi è? Mia sorella! Yuka, ciao! Mettiamolo normale, anche se si può mettere in per 2. Lo tengo normale. Parla benissimo in inglese mia sorella, grandissima, Yuka. Grandissima. Dai, iniziamo. Sì, buonanotte ragazzi. I hear that Dragon Ball parties are even shaking things up in TVP. Beh, è fortissimo, raga. Raga. Il team DB a stelle alte è uno dei team più forti del gioco, eh. Il team DB a stelle alte. Alla figlia non credo. Il team DB, ragazzi, veramente a stelle alte è uno dei team più forti del gioco, eh. Vi basta che siano tipo tutti a 7 stelle. E non è neanche stelle alte. E spaccate qualsiasi cosa. Con poi anche il nuovo equipment. Sono folli. Sinergizzano troppo bene insieme. A livello di sinergia è il team migliore. Parla meglio di Kao, ma non parla. Nessuno parla bene. Nessun giapponese parla bene l'inglese come Toshi. Nessuno. Sì, ma bro, ti giuro, cioè il team. Ci ho fatto anche uno showcase, ragazzi. Punto esclamativo YouTube per vedere. Andare sul canale YouTube e vedere lo showcase del DB Saga. Ha 3 stelle. Però ha performato in una maniera. Guarda. Io ce li ho tutti a stelle bassine, loro. Vabbè, Master Roshi purtroppo è il PG Page riuscito, purtroppo. Già visto io. Bravissimi ragazzi. Ci sta. Maestro Sad Sonic, molto. È l'unico che mi manca a me. È l'unico che mi manca. Ecco. Sì, infatti. Però ho detto upcoming characters. Va bene, ci sto. Perché questa è la sezione preferita. Vai, dimmi tutto, mio padre. Dimmi tutto. Dimmi tutto. Introduci of in-game background. Cioè, che figo. Cioè, fammi vedere una preview. Che figo. Fammi vedere una preview. Fammi vedere. Fammi vedere però. Nel senso che puoi cambiare lo sfondo. Sort titles by order, sì, ok, va bene. Bene. Sono sempre tutte roba quality of life. Alzo il volume, va bene.
Then this is the update for you.
It should make it a whole lot easier to find titles, so we hope it serves you well. Next up,
Godly tier in guild ranking.
a new tier will be added to the guild ranking. Godly.
È tornato finalmente l'aggiornamento per le gilde.
Be able to go even higher.
Right. It's always fun to compete individually, but competing together as a guild is another exciting aspect of Legends.
Abbiamo anche la gilda del canale, raga, io vi ricordo. Qualcuno di voi vuole entrare, basta che me lo dice, mandatemi la richiesta e entrate.
We're also updating cheers so that you'll be able to see who cheered you.
Ah, figo.
Even if someone sent you a cheer and gave you some energy, who did it has always been a mystery, so it was hard to return the favor. And now, if you send a cheer, it would be nice to know that your good deed will be acknowledged.
Of course, it's not like players are forced to send cheers, and you shouldn't feel obligated to send a cheer back in return. Keep playing at your own pace and send some cheers if and when you feel like it.
That's true. We hope you'll use them to support other players
Sono
in your
molto
guild.
curioso di background.
Alright, moving on.
Andiamo avanti.
A new godly rank will be added for equipments.
There's going to be a higher rank than G+ now? Wait,
Questo penso sia uno dei ragionamenti più importanti della storia, Questo, raga, i nuovi equipment hanno una rarità maggiore? O è proprio un nuovo tipo... No, proprio quando l'equipment è perfetto.
For example, if you have a Z plus piece of equipment where each slot is near the max value, then it will now be
va bene, no, allora non
godly
cambia
rank.
molto. Io pensavo fosse proprio una roba in più, invece no. È semplicemente quando
then it will still be
l'equipment è
considered Z plus
praticamente
rank.
perfetto,
This
prendi
new
il
godly
godly.
rank will be applied to
Fighissimo, tra l'altro,
equipment you
le
already
cugine.
own, so be sure to check and see after the update.
Fighissimo.
Got it. Personally, I'm going to want to get all the equipment for my main party app to godly rank though. There may not be much difference between Z plus and godly,
Esatto, ok.
so it's really just for personal
Sono
satisfaction.
ci sta.
But using a party decked out with godly equipment is sure to put some pressure
quello è
on
vero,
your
quello è vero.
opponents.
Fa
We
cagare
hope you
addosso la
all aim
gente,
for the new
vedi
godly
tutti, mi
Now,
vedo i
for some
PvP,
pretty
tutta
exciting
la
news.
gente con tutti gli equipment.
We talked about it earlier this
È
year
vero,
in the
l'avevano
Legends
detto.
Management Team newsletter,
Sì.
but we're adding new limited Z abilities exclusive to Legends limited
Aspetta.
characters. Note that limited Z abilities will be
Guarda che sei
different
gol,
from Z
su-
abilities
Toshi,
and
calmo.
will be applied by Legends limited rarity battle members to allies.
Questo dopo lo leggiamo
When a
bene.
limited Z ability is active, allies will get buffs to base strike and blast attack, as well as to base strike and blast defense. Buffs from multiple Legends Limited Rarity battle
Okay.
members will stack and will all be applied. Another important difference is that for each Legends Limited Rarity battle member, allies will get an attack buff. They will
Okay.
vary depending on the character, but we plan for these to be attack buffs against
Okay.
individual tags like tag Lineage of Evil. Keep in mind that the bonuses of all Legends Limited Rarity battle members will be applied to allies. These
Ok,
attack
agli
buffs
alleati,
will be
non al
unlocked with
PG,
limited Z ability 3, and that will require limit breaking your Legends limited characters to
Deve
star
essere a 6
6.
stelle
These
almeno per
limited Z
fare questa
abilities
roba.
will only take effect if the character is a battle member,
E
so
solo se è un
please
battle
keep that in
member.
mind.
Ok.
These attack buffs are still being fine-tuned at this time, and that means that the information we presented today is subject to
Ci
change.
sta? Ci sta?
But we hope you look forward to it all
Interessante
the same.
questo, raga, è molto
Since they
interessante.
only take effect if the character is a battle member and they give attack buffs against specific tags, that means you are going to want a variety of other characters in your party to
Fighissima
get
sta
attack
roba,
buffs against
Ti fa
multiple
tornare
tags.
un po' le
Correct.
vecchie LF.
Combining multiple Legends Limited characters with strong Ultra and Sparking characters should make for a very solid party composition. These
Sta.
limited Z abilities will also get stronger as you limit break each
Ah,
character.
minchia pure.
After the release, you'll
Porca
definitely want to
troia.
check out the limited Z abilities of each of your Legends
Madonna
Limited
mia,
characters.
questo è game
And that
changer
was
sta
the last
roba.
bit of update info that we had for you today.
Ok.
We have a number of other updates in the works, but the ones we shared today are planned for around mid-November.
Ah, ok.
We hope you're getting excited for them.
Prima del festival,
But
raga,
now,
prima del
it's
festival
time
metto
for some
tutta sta
Legends
roba.
news.
Oh, Legend
We
News.
have all the latest info on the episode campaign,
dimmi.
Sagas from the Movies,
Avanti.
and we're bringing it straight to you.
Dammi.
We've already seen a new Tapion from the Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon that you can get from the ongoing Fierce
Sì,
Fight
sì,
Hero
lo so.
Tapion event. But the new title screen and
Sì.
the green Super Gogeta who just got a
Vediamo.
Zenkai Awakening are both based on the Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn movie.
Sì, sì, lo
Based
sappiamo.
on all that information, you might already have an idea of who the new characters will be. I wonder how many of you predicted this one.
Vabbè.
Let's get right to it.
Ah, direttamente.
Are you all ready?
Sì,
Check
sì,
this
sono
out.
pronto. Dai, buttamelo in faccia, bro. Eccolo, eccolo, pronti? Vabbè, ovviamente. Non mi aspettavo niente di meno, ragazzi. Mamma mia. Incazzato. Col cover, bellissimo. Quella ancora verde. Ultimate. Se vedete qualche laghettino è proprio la live in sé. Bellissimo. Mamma mia. Veramente, veramente bello. Cazzato come un mostro. Mamma mia. Bello, veramente. Bello sul serio, cazzo, ragazzi.
That is right. Straight from the Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn movie comes a brand new Super Janemba in ultra rarity.
Wow, it's been a long time since we've had a new Janemba.
Vero,
The last
vero.
one was the Red Janemba,
Nel
released
2020.
in January
Hai
2020.
fatto
So
700
it's been
Goku
about
Toshi.
3.5 years. There hasn't even been a Legends Limited version, so we hope that caught a few of you off guard.
No,
I'm sure it did.
no.
Omega Shenron also got a Sudden Ultra, but that was an event
Anti-fusion,
exclusive
magari,
character,
vediamo.
so this is quite a
Povero-
shock.
Povero Vegeta. si
This was
accanita.
true of last month's Dragon Ball Saga campaign, but it really is nice that so many characters we haven't seen for a while are returning.
We decided these episode
Vegeta, bro.
campaigns would be the perfect opportunity
Vegeta?
to put the spotlight on some characters who haven't been getting much
Bro,
attention.
bro.
So please look forward to seeing who will be next
Bro.
as well.
I
Facimi il
sure
cazzo,
am. There were a lot of things that stood out in Janemba's moves.
All the warping of attacks, turning into cubes to evade, and doing other strange things you might remember from the movie. You won't
Ho
want to miss
sentito...
them.
Ah, Cree,
Janemba's
grazie
abilities
mille per la
also
sub.
fit the character
Grazie,
as well.
amore.
So,
Grazie
let's
mille.
dive right into explaining them.
Grazie mille, bellissimo.
Super Janemba
Oh,
has
questo
a
dopo lo
melee
rileggiamo
type
bene
battle
con
style,
calma,
and the element is blue, something regeneration parties have long been waiting for. The character tags are Transforming Warrior,
Madonna mia.
Regeneration, and Powerful Opponent. Since
Peccato
it
che cazzo
targets
mi manca
regeneration
Cell,
and
viola.
sagas from the movies, the Z Ability 3 benefits a wide range of characters,
Blu
allowing
tra
Super
l'altro,
Janemba
povero
to fit in tons
Vegito,
of party
povero.
formations.
Cristo.
Regeneration characters also
Sono
fall
contento,
under
godo,
Super
vaffanculo
Janemba's
Vegito.
Ultra ability. What makes this Super Janemba stand out is the
Vaffanculo,
ability to
Vegito.
weaken enemies,
Quello di
generous
trovarne
health
8 copie
restoration,
su,
and
ma non lo so.
counter
Ho
functionality.
detto la mia cagata,
Combine
ragazzi.
that with the ability to inflict bleed statuses with high damaging special move and ultimate arts, and you have an almighty character that excels at both offense and
Per
defense.
il momento è tutto normale.
The
Poi
crux of that
lo
power
vediamo
lies in
bene
Super
dopo.
Janemba's
5 panel.
counter-type unique gauge. The easiest way to describe this unique gauge might be to call it a strike version of the blast counter that Ultra, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta from last year's Legends
che
Festival
cancro.
has. Let's get into some of the details. While on the battlefield or when on standby, the unique gauge will gradually charge up. Once it's full, the whole unique gauge will be consumed in order to counter the enemy's strike arts, as well as forward charging or certain other special move and
Oh, quanto è
special
bello
arts,
comunque, eh.
with some exceptions. That means that if your enemy has you in a combo and they use a strike arts or with
È la
some exceptions,
versione
a
strike
forward
del
charging
gauge
or
di
certain
Gogeta.
other special move or special arts, then you will be able to put an end to it.
it.
After unleashing a counter, you can combo into a special move or ultimate arts, but the first time you unleash one, you'll draw an ultimate arts that you can use for a guaranteed
Come
follow-up.
l'oscurità ci si vede.
Even
Ciao,
if your
Cree,
opponent
ciao,
predicts
bello.
your evasion,
Grazie
if
ancora
they
per la
use
sub,
a strike
bellissimo.
arts or a forward charging or certain other special move or special arts, you'll get a chance to turn the tide, and that is incredibly powerful. When this counter activates, you will also recover 100% of your vanishing gauge and boost own arts card draw speed,
Riscala
making
ultimate
it
quando
easier
si
to
attiva il
counterattack.
counter.
Even if it's your second counter or beyond and you won't draw an ultimate arts, this ability is still designed to help
Devo
you
essere
turn things
primo in
around.
tutto, grande, Cree. Grazie per il beat.
But this
davvero.
all-in-one unique gauge isn't Super Janemba's only trick. This character also has very easy-to-use offensive abilities.
Beh,
Upon
io non
entering the
potevo-
battlefield, Super Janemba recovers ki and draws an arts card at random if you have
Ma cosa
3
vuol
or
dire ogni
fewer
volta che
cards.
questo personaggio non ha
And
strike
when
si
using
mette il
strike or
si
blast
mette
arts
la,
cards,
il
Super Janemba gets a
l'anticover.
buff that nullifies enemy special cover changes
Ah, si
for
attiva
a
una volta,
number
meno
of
male.
timer counts.
Dio mio.
If this is after
Non
a
avevo
counter,
letto
it's
anche
your
io
chance
qua.
to keep on the offense. For a number of timer counts after the battle starts, Ultra Super Janemba will have a buff that nullifies the
Vabbè,
enemy's
certo.
reduced ki.
Perché non fargli iniziare col
There
gauge
are
al
many
100%?
characters that can reduce ki and leverage that to limit combos, but this Super Janemba can lay on the pressure while paying ki reduction. No mind.
150% di danni infinito.
Having nullification for
Ma cosa
both
cazzo
special
vuol
cover changes
dire?
and key reduction effects is quite powerful and will help prevent your opponent from disrupting your
Madonna,
combos.
mi fa male la testa.
Using this Super Janemba will be a breeze.
Sì, a Breeze.
Lastly, let's talk about Super Janemba's
Beh, perché
defensive
figurati
and
sono
cover
delle
change abilities.
difese.
Super Janemba has a special cover change against blast arts that you can follow up with a special move arts. Super Janemba has a
Sì, io mai
balanced
pullavo,
defense with a
anche se
special
faceva
cover
schifo
change
pullavo.
versus blast attacks and a counter against strike attacks. Next, when an enemy activates an ultimate, Awakening Arts, or a Rising Rush,
tutta la
Super
salute degli
Janemba has
alleati
the
il
ability to
10%
lower
e la soluzione
allies'
del count di
substitution
10,
counts
manco
by
Rush li puoi
10.
tirare a questo.
So, even if the enemy fires off a Rising Rush or an ultimate arts, you can just calmly switch to a character with an endurance effect
raga,
or
dalla
the
preview
like.
sembra
The counter
incredibile.
looks incredibly strong.
Incredibile.
I forgot to mention this
Follia.
earlier, but the unique gauge even starts the battle off
Cioè, ma
at
si può
100%.
iniziare la battaglia col
So,
100%
the
di
auto
gauge?
counter can be used right from the start.
Oh, vabbè.
Once it activates, you'll be in a great position to start
fai
a
tu.
ferocious offense.
Ultra Super Janemba could work in sagas from the movies parties, alongside the
probabilmente
characters
forse
we
conviene
mentioned
giocarlo
earlier
lì.
from Dragon Ball The
Potentissima
Path to Power. But it could also work well in regeneration
dopo.
parties with Piccolo Jr.
With additions like Ultra Boo,
vero, ma
Kid,
io
Legends
non ho
Limited,
due di questi
Perfect
quattro
Form
picchi,
Sal,
porca
and
puttana.
Orange Piccolo, Regeneration got some significant buffs this year.
Sì, LLF
We
è
hope you'll try
fortissimo.
Janemba in regeneration parties and not just in sagas from the movies parties. More detailed info about this new character will be posted to the site that we've
No,
linked in the video description,
andiamo
so
subito a vedere.
don't forget to check it out after this show is over. That is it for a new character info,
meno male.
but check out this next bit of
questo
news
mi dai,
about
vediamo gli
events.
eventi, dai. World Challenge, finalmente il raid contro Super
It's
Gogeta.
time for a World Challenge raid, and this time the boss
Ovviamente.
is Super Gogeta.
Ovviamente.
Last month, we held Beat the Heat, Summer Non-Stop Race,
Sì.
but there will be race again this month too.
Ok,
Not only will
dicono già
there
che
be
ci saranno
chrono
più
crystals,
raid.
but lots of other great
Molto,
rewards
molto
as well,
contento.
so you won't want to miss it. It'll be the perfect chance to stock up on slot removers and other items.
Senza Kid è
Coming up,
abbastanza un
we
casino il
also
team.
have
Sì, no, perché comunque The Film Strikes Back.
announcing the films Strike Back.
Oh,
We've been
carino.
releasing these kind of events during the episode
Ah,
campaign.
sì, è il solito evento,
This
quello da
is an
600
event where
crono, che
each
comunque
stage
apprezziamo.
requires a certain
È quello
character
che
to
puoi
play.
giocare 3 volte al
This
giorno.
event
Sono un
will
po' più di
require
600 crono
these
in realtà.
sagas from the movies characters.
Bellino, bello, devi avere i
A lot
PG
of these
stellati,
are
buono,
older
sono tutti a
characters,
14.
so
No,
I'm
Tardes
sure
no.
there are players who
Tardes
will
no.
be able
Vabbè,
to
va
play
bene,
all
va
of the
bene.
stages
Buono,
right
buono,
from
buono.
the start.
Of course, this
Buono,
will
buono.
also be a permanent event, so there's no time limit.
Buono.
You can get chrono crystals and slot removers
Buonissimo,
as
buonissimo.
rewards,
Questo
so if
evento è
your
sempre
characters
buono,
don't
ci
meet the
piace
limit
sempre.
break requirements, you'll be able to play
Quindi sono
and clear
già,
this event
penso,
whenever they
non so se
do.
sarà il raid
Now,
tagliato o il
time
raid
for a
intero.
new Zenkai Awakening.
Ah, sì? Ah,
Red Super Janemba
va bene.
from episode
Vai
Sagas
tu.
from the movies is getting
vai,
a
pure lo
Zenkai Awakening.
Zenkai di Janemba,
This
tutto
Janemba is also one of the varied
Janemba.
characters for stages in the film Strike Back
Porco
event we
due.
just introduced. Looks
Veramente.
like its Zenkai abilities boost red characters.
That is right. It targets
Vabbè.
characters who are Element Red and episode Sagas from the movies.
Curioso,
That
curioso
means
di vedere
this
Janemba
ability will
rosso,
boost
Janemba
characters
rosso. Janemba
like
Yen non
LL
esiste.
Final Form Cooler and Pan from Dragon Ball
Sì, sì,
Super
sì, sì.
Super
Comunque
Hero.
dovrebbe essere finito.
I bet you could make some devious parties with an ability like that.
Porca puttana.
Even Gohan from Dragon Ball Super Superhero would get a boost. So, we hope you'll try a bunch of different party compositions. You can earn Awakening Z power from Zenkai Rush Battle and missions,
Sì, sì.
so do your best to awaken this character.
Non penso arrivi domani,
Now,
raga,
for our last bit of news,
Ultimate Given Collection Update, cioè?
a new unique equipment is being added. This equipment can be used
Puccia,
by
gli hanno
characters
dato
who are
pure
both Tag, Regeneration, and Element Blue.
You definitely want this equipment for the new Ultra Super Janemba, right?
Ovviamente per
Right.
lui non ho fatto già.
There's a
l'ho già
huge difference between having and not having
Sì,
unique
minchia,
equipments. So, be sure to
Vediamo,
play the
magari
new
sarà
stage and get
io
the
non
best
lo so,
equipment you
mi fa-
can
mi fa
so you can bring your
bellissima
characters
sta
to the next level. Now, please check in-game after the update to learn more about the equipment's effects.
Certo, penso sia
With
finito
that, we've shared all of the
Buono.
news that we had for you today.
Interessante.
With the new Ultra Super Janemba and Red Super Janemba's Zenkai Awakening, it feels like this campaign is focused on Janemba.
Sì, vero.
True, but it's been a while and we wanted to give Janemba some time to shine.
Ci sta.
So we hope you'll all enjoy this.
Vegeta, bro?
You'll also
Vegeta?
be able to hear the song
Che è tipo il
"A God
coprotagonista
Power"
in-game?
in-game,
Bro,
so give
Vegeta?
that a listen too.
Vegeta?
There are lots more
Yoshi?
events that we have planned coming up, so we hope you're excited for more.
Sì.
Don't forget that we plan to release both the Legends Limited exclusive Limited
ma
Z
mid
abilities
novembre,
and
questo è
the new
per un bel
Godly
po',
Ring
ci
for
vorrà ancora
equipments
un
that
bel
we
po'.
talked more about today, plus even more in an update scheduled for November. So
Novembre,
don't miss
ragazzi.
that out.
We post info that didn't make it into the program, announcements, and plenty more on our official social media accounts, So if you haven't already, please give us a follow.
Thank you all for watching,
Grazie,
and
Toshi.
we hope to see you all again in the next
Un
reveals
bacione,
and stuff.
un bacione bro, grazie
Goodbye,
mille.
everyone.
Buon reveal and stuff, sicuramente. Molto. Mi piace che adesso sono diventati molto più stretti. Boom, 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 boom. Notizia, 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 notizia.